Well, Happy New Year. Saturday, January the 1st of 2022. I hope you had a good celebration last night, but we're also able to get a good night's rest and are looking forward to meeting with fellow saints tomorrow and worshiping God. Well, for the past several years, I have suggested to several people that instead of making New Year's resolutions for ourselves, that we make New Year's resolutions for other people. And so far, nobody is taking me up on that. I don't know why. I thought it was a brilliant suggestion. So this year, instead of making New Year's resolutions for myself or just for myself, I am going to make New Year's resolutions for all of us. Uh, Obviously, I can't make you do this. I'm going to try to do it, and I would ask that you would try as well. First off, I would like to ask all of us to pray every day that God will cause the seed that we are going to sow and water, that God causes it to grow. The Apostle Paul wrote to the saints in Corinth that he sowed the seed and Apollos watered, but God gives the growth. If I understand the scriptures correctly, our responsibility as children of God is to go sow and water the seed, to go be salt and light. It is God's responsibility to let it grow or not grow. And I don't know what he's going to do with the seed that we have planted and will plant and water. I pray that he causes it to grow. And I want to ask you to join in that prayer. So pray every day that God will cause the seeds that we're going to sow and water, or the seed that we're going to plant and water, to grow. We have some new things that we're going to start. You will be hearing more about them in the weeks to come. I hope you find them exciting. I hope you find them beneficial, but most of all, I hope that you will join in and be an active participant in these things. And again, pray that God will cause them to grow. Second thing, I would like to ask all of us to resolve to read and to meditate on the Word of God every single day. And surprisingly, that's a lot harder to do than it is to say. But I would encourage us, all of us, to just get away for a few minutes every day. Find some place that's nice and quiet. And whether you read it on your smartphone or an iPad or some other kind of tablet, or if you're like me, you pull out an actual book, an actual Bible, spend some time every day reading and meditating on the Word of God. And then finally, and again, if there's other things that you want to do, that's great. But the three that I want to make, the third one is at least once a week, if not more, call or write someone and pass along a word of encouragement. All of us need a word of encouragement from time to time. And it doesn't take a lot of effort to pick up the phone and call somebody and pass along a word of encouragement. It doesn't take a lot of time to sit down and write a brief note to somebody and put a stamp on it and put it in the mail and just tell somebody how much you appreciate them and how much you love them and care about them. And if you don't have any cards and if you don't have any stamps, let me know. I'll find you some cards and I'll find you some stamps, but at least once a week. And again, more often would be great, but at least once a week, call somebody, stop by and see them, or write somebody a note with a brief word of encouragement. Well, join me in that. Feel free to call me up, text me from time to time, and ask me how I'm doing in keeping these resolutions. I have no problem at all with you all holding me accountable for the things that the good Lord expects out of me. and I appreciate your prayers and concerns on my behalf. Well, I pray that we'll all have a great year, um, and that God's name will be honored and glorified by the way that we live. Keep the faith. Remember me in your prayers. Thank you.